Hello, Facebook family. I'm sorry I'm running a little late here. Some of the ladies, they're on their way. And we're going to have a guest tonight, okay? But until they get here, I think I'm either going to invite him in. Hey, Jerome, how are you? I'm either going to invite him in or he's going to okay. I don't know. Connection available. I don't know. I must have done something wrong. Sorry about that. Or I'm going to. He's gonna be here. Okay. Trying to make sure I got everything right here. This is Diane, and this is Spirit of Love towards Hope, taking the call for love live. Before they get here, and before I invite him in, I'm just going to do a little bit of announcements. Here by him, 5309 Independent Boulevard, Charlotte, North Carolina, 28214. Derekus Crawford is the owner of the salon, and he also has his own hair product line. Please go out and check Hair by him out. They also work there. And Shanti, Kiss by Shanti, and she's at 4735, and it's a spa. And she's at 4735 Sharon Road, Charlotte, North Carolina, 28210. Okay, these are young entrepreneurs. Please go out and support our young entrepreneurs, our millennials, and that's who we're going to be interviewing tonight, a millennial. And then we have, hi Rodney, how are you? George, sorry George, how are you? And then we have Joe's Vision Tattoo. Joe, the original Vision Tattoo, 925A Eastway Drive, Charlotte, North Carolina. And we're still continuing to do the tent and sleeping bag campaign. Okay, y'all, please. I let my little fundraiser thing expire. It expired yesterday, and I meant to redo it because I'm still believing that somebody's still gonna donate on the fundraiser that we were doing, and I'm gonna put it back out here. I just messed around and let it just expire. Okay. Now I want to talk about what I'm doing this and people that come in. I want to talk about our conference. I'm going to talk a little bit about our conference, okay? Our conference, August the 15th, 16th, and the 17th. Y'all, there might be a lot of noise in the background. We're at Panera Bread today. We're going to be at outside at the boardwalk. Yeah, but it is raining in Charlotte, North Carolina. We have storms and things out here today, last night and today. We have some storms out there. So I'm inside Panera Bread. Please let me know if you can hear us. I pray that you all can hear us, okay? But now I want to announce our conference, which is, again, is going to be August the 15th, 16th, and the 17th. August the 16th and the 17th. Well, I'm sorry, I'm in a second call. I gotta leave my phone on. But August the 15th, 16th, and the 17th. August the 15th and the 16th is going to be at Grace and Mercy and Dr. Carver. Hey David, how are you? How you doing? The 15th and 16th is going to be on Dr. Carver Road, West Boulevard in Charlotte, North Carolina. And it's going to be a preaching night. So on that Thursday night, Apostle Annette Ross, which is the pastor of that church. Hey Derek, how you doing? Which is the pastor of that church. She's going to be our very first speaker on that night. And then on the 16th, it's going to be Pastor James Hayes, and he's the pastor of Destiny Temple in Winston-Salem. He's going to be the speaker on that Friday. Okay, guys, please, can't hear y'all very well. Okay, we're in Panera Bread today because we wasn't able to we wasn't able to be outside today because it's raining here. And we were going to be at the boardwalk. Thank you for letting me know that you couldn't hear us. Okay, what about now? Let me know. Let me know if you can hear me now. Please let me know if you can hear me now. But I was saying that, hey Denise, how are you? I pray that all is well with you. I didn't hear anything from you this week, so I'm praying that everything is going well for you. If not, you come in. I have someone that we're going to be interviewing tonight. But if you desire to come in tonight, please let us know, and let me know by comment, and I'll let you come in and just talk a little bit, okay? Let me know, guys, if you can hear me now, okay? I'm trying to talk loud. Hey there. Rachel. Yeah, I remember you from last week. You came on live with us last week. Yeah, we need rain, praise God. Yeah, I thank God for the rain, but I want to make sure that you guys can hear us because we're not outside today. We're on the inside, and then it's a little bit of this noise on the inside because we're up near a bread. Okay, so then on that Saturday, August the 17th, it's going to be our workshop day. And the doors open. Hey, Anthony, how are you? How are you, Anthony? And the doors open at 7 o'clock a.m. And it's going to be at UNC Charlotte in their college health and science building, which is across the street from the student union. Our first, hey Maggie, how are you? Now we were going to have it at the student union center, right? But they moved us. A lot of background noise, probably best y'all can. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I don't know what to do. I was going to try to get in the corner where we can be loud, but somebody else was there before we got here. So if they leave, we're going to move back in the corner. Okay. But I pray that you be able to hear us because we're going to have a guest tonight. And I want you guys to hear. Them. So we're just going to have to start talking loud. Okay? Can you hear me now? Okay. We're just going to have to talk a little louder. Okay? So on that Saturday at UNC Charlotte at the College Science and Health and Science building, the doors are open at 7. So that people can come in and we can start getting ourselves together. And restoration will start at 8 o'clock, okay? And the actual program is going to start at 9:20, okay? We're actually going to start at 9:20. We just gave all that space so we can get ourselves together, get set up, get our music and stuff set up, all of the vendors get set up, and we're still open for vendors. If there's anyone out there that want to come out and advertise their product, please come out. The price of the tables is $25 a table, okay? So please come out. This is our very first conference, and I pray that it go well. My number is 300, and it's for all ages. We have something for all ages. We have the men that's going to take care of the guys. We have empowering girls that's going to take care of our young ladies. So bring your children with you. Bring your children. You come, bring your children, and let's meet this number of 300, okay? They moved us over for more room, and my number is 300, okay? Hey, sweetie, how you doing? Okay, all right. Because Skylar, we're going to talk loud because they say they can't hear us. Okay. Because of the noise in here. How you doing? I like that. Okay. So that Saturday we're gonna the doors open at 7 again, and that's gonna be part of our preparing to get ourselves together and restoration. And we don't actually start until 9. The first speaker gonna get up at something after 9. I don't want to say that time. Then everybody be trying to come in at 9 o'clock. You try to come in early, get your registration. Hey Maria, how you doing? Get registered, and be able to go around to some of the vendors. And we're gonna have intermissions between each speaker, so you'll be able to go out and see the vendors. If anybody else is out there that want to come out and advertise their products, please inbox us and let us know on Spirit Love. And Again, the tables are $25. So please let us know if you're going to be able to do that, and spread the word. Share, 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 and follow. Okay? Yeah, got hot in here. Follow us, and share with us. I'm doing much better today than I was last time we talked. I saw my doctor and she adjusted my meds, and I'm moving to go. Awesome. I think we're gonna have to move over in the corner. I think we're gonna. You good? Yeah. Well, if I guess actually, we're gonna talk loud because they can't hardly hear us. Oh, bless you. Okay. We're gonna have to do something. Y'all, let's put the chairs around here. Put another chair right here, so we can turn it this way, so we could be seen. Can we be seen that way? Okay, yeah. We're just trying to adjust so we all can be seen. Come over this way. Okay. Now there we are. Shantae is here. Okay, y'all. Hello. So, okay, y'all. So we're getting ready to. What time is it? Okay. So the conference again start that Saturday the 17th at the doors open at 7:00, and I think we're gonna have to just talk loud, y'all. Please let us know if you can hear us. That's real loud, ain't it? Is that real loud? Y'all let us know if y'all can hear us. We want you to hear us, okay? Let us know if you can hear us. So again, Saturday, August the 17th, doors open at 7:00, and restoration. We're just putting ourselves together. The vendors getting their stuff together, and we actually start at something after 9, about somewhere around something after 9. Okay, but that gives you enough time again to register and go out and look at the table, the vendors that's out there. Okay, so this is what we're getting ready to do now. We're getting ready to call my little guests in and see if they're ready. Do that. Wait a minute. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I get my guests in. If I do it right, let me see. And well, look who's I guess tonight. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure that he got it. Let me text him and make sure because he's on the road. Oh, you already know who it is. He told you. Okay, we have our. Let me call him and see where he is. Okay, we're just going to see if you're going to check his. Hi, hon, how you doing? Check his Facebook so he can be invited in. See if he'll accept our invitation to come in. If not, that means he might be behind us getting ready to come in. Keep me posted on what you are doing. Okay, what I'm gonna do, Denise, I'm gonna send you an inbox with the flyer in it. I know you're in Zebulon, but I think you said you was getting ready to move to Greensboro, I believe you said. But if you do, sometimes before the 17th, I'm gonna send you the flyer. I inbox you the flyer, so you'll know exactly what we're doing, okay? But again, I truly enjoyed you on last week. And again, if you ever want to come in, just let us know, and we'll bring you in, okay? Write her name down. Okay. Let's see where he is. You're welcome. Okay, y'all, we're waiting for our guests to come in. I'm going to go ahead and introduce him to you. It really is mine. You want to introduce him? Really his mom can introduce him. But I just want you to know that he's a millennial, and he's also did you see, where he is? He ain't got his Charlotte yet.
But yeah, it's like 30 minutes.
30 minutes away. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to bring him in. He's gonna have to be invited in. Let me call him and invite him in. He must not have his phone. I'm at home. Let me call him. I'm gonna call him and invite him in. Shayvon, you need to set my invite. Go on your Facebook and it's set my invite so you can come in. You got to come into Minerva? Oh, okay. Well, come on in. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Bye. Okay, he's coming in. He's right outside, and he's getting ready to come in. So what we're gonna do? Why you hiding?
No, he needs to be because they can hear his score out. Yeah.
Okay. What we're gonna do? His name is Shayvon Gilliam. He's my grandson, Shantae's son, and Skylar's nephew, and his daddy might be coming in also. He's my son's child, and I wanted to interview him because we was at church Sunday, and he got up and he made this big announcement. But he always been what would you call him? He's always been how would we say? He's always been a go-getter to me. Hi, Renee, how are you? Hi, hey, Quint, how you doing? Quentin, how are you? Look at y'all, our friends out there. Y'all stay out and listen to Shayvon. This is Shayvon. How y'all doing? But Shayvon, and he graduated from Mountain Island 2017, and he went off to school. But then he had some injuries, and he came back. He came back out. He came home, and he went to our community college, Citrus Piedmont. Just for the ones that's not in Charlotte, he went to Citrus Piedmont Community College, and continued his education, getting his credits and things, and then got his surgery done on his foot, and then continued to work out. And he has some. I didn't know how to put the video out there. I should have got his daddy, but he has this video out there where he's just building himself up, conditioning himself back up to be able to get back into the field of playing ball and stuff, right? And he never gave up. And one thing about him, I went in his room and he have all of these motivational quotes all over the place, and he's always quoting. Here he come right here. Right here. This is Shayvon, and he have all of these motivational things. And I thought that he would be a great person. Please let us know if y'all can hear us. I thought that he would be a great person to interview for our millennials. For that age group. Come on, speak, see, baby. For that age group. So that's Shayvon. That's Shayvon right there. And he's just coming back from a school that he was just accepted in, Fayetteville State. And again, he worked himself up. He built himself up, trained himself, and did everything that he needed to do to put himself back out there to be able to play football again. And he's going to be, you got a full service? Got a full ride at Fayetteville State. What about that? Woo, woo, full ride there. And I know his mom and daddy have, they should be cutting cartwheels about right now for a scholarship, yeah. But yeah. Oh, somebody. Yeah, go ahead, Shayvon. You go ahead and do it, Shayvon. Yeah, but that's what's up, okay? Yeah, that's where he is. He's going to Fayetteville State. He'll be going there starting
August 10th.
August 10th, he'll be at Fayetteville State. So what I was thinking that, since he's going up to school, and school's getting ready to start back. Wow, that just went by quick, didn't it? So school's getting ready to start back, whereas in public school and college, they get ready to go back to school. And I just thought that this would be a good time to interview Shayvon, I really like to interview Sharona too, but I don't know how well she would do, interviewing her. So I just go ahead and take Shayvon. But we just have some random questions that we're gonna ask him. And he didn't want to be prepped. He said he wanted to be, if he wasn't prepped, that he would be totally honest, with the answers that he gave. And I really appreciated that, because that's true. When you prep with it, that means you have time to go and research and study and make up things to put on that fluff and stuff. You know what I mean? Just fluff it a little bit. But he's going to be truly honest with what he's saying tonight. And I pray that it help some other millennials out there. That daddy back there, daddy coming right here. And that's Devon, his daddy. They couldn't see Devon. Come right here. That Devon Qantas. So that's his daddy right there. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna start asking them questions. If y'all guys have anything to ask him out there, please just put it in the comments, and we'll ask him those questions also. Do y'all have y'all questions? Yeah. Look at y'all, they're ready tonight, guys. So we're gonna get ready to start off with the questions. You ready, Shayvon? do you have anything to?
Okay, right here.
Right here.
Let's get a piece of paper.
Okay,
right, come over here.
Okay, he need to do something right quick. But
you're not on camera right here.
You're not on camera, baby. So I'm gonna get on so that I can see your really see your questions if you come in. Oh, there we are, right there. Okay, so I can see your question. Okay, there it is. Renee, I am really glad to see you back out here again, Renee. We've been missing you.
Tika, do you want to introduce yourself first for the people? I know your grandma kind of did an introduction.
Yeah.
To everybody out there, that kind of explains who I am,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Shayvon, Gilliam, Danville State football commit. Shayvon Gilliam.
Hey, you don't want to say nothing else? Hey, how you doing? You want to say anything?
What's my major? Computer science and a minor in business.
Okay, so we want to share this. Everybody that's out there, share our lives so they can come in and ask Shayvon some questions. Because again, I think that he's done great building himself back up to go back to college. Can you tell him a little bit about what happened? Your in between, your journey. He's going to talk a little bit about his journey to get back in to where he's at now.
Well, I started out at Bridgewater College in Virginia, and I came home in May of 2018 at the end of the year, and I had surgery May 31st on my foot, so I was down in my room. I couldn't walk for about 6 or 7 months, and I started walking later on that year, and from that point on, I was training every day. I started reaching out to trainers in the Charlotte area just to introduce myself and see, hey, can you work out with me and help me get better, all of that. And one trainer, Brandon Bird at More Life Fitness, he hit me back, and I started working out with him every day. And I started reaching out to different college coaches, filling out different applications, doing all of that. And and I just reached out to as many people as I can for help. I prayed a lot, and to anyone who reached back, we went from there. If I got accepted into a school, my next step was I need to reach the college coaches and start talking to coaches. If it was the other way around, if I got in contact with a football coach, the next step was you need to apply, get into the school. So that's basically the whole process, and throughout all of that was working out every day, praying every day, and making those around me better because they saw my vibe. And that's really it. Now I'm here. 2 years later, Danville State commit. I leave in about 10 days.
Woo!
That's my story.
All right, thank you so much, Shayvon, for telling us your story. Now we're getting ready to ask some questions. Slide up some, Shayvon, so we can really hear you. You got a lot of bad. We got a lot of background. Y'all, again, we're sorry. Please let us know when you can't hear us because we have a lot of background noise. We're in Panera Bread tonight. Again, we couldn't be outside because it's raining outside. Well, it was. So we're doing this. So we're getting ready to start asking the questions. Yeah, that's loud right there. So we're getting ready to start with the questions. Who want to start? Go for
I
it.
can.
Okay.
One of my questions are, what are some of your values and why do you think those values are important? Why are they important to you?
I feel like one of the most important things that I value is one, relationships and knowledge. And so when I say relationships, I mean with everyone. So first of all, with God, that's the most important. Your relationship with God is the most important. And also your relationship with not just your family, but like to everyone in the world. Really, like your interactions when you meet someone, like how you approach them, and that forms your relationship. And your relationships forms y'all, kind of like who you are. And also knowledge, just because, like you got it. Like, why not get smarter every day? Like, getting smarter is nothing but a plus. Learning something new is nothing but a plus. So yeah, those are my two things that I value most.
Awesome. I like that. Knowledge ain't nothing but a plus. I like that. He knows his grandma like that because I like education. I love education. I'll be still in school. As a matter of fact, I'm getting ready to go by myself too. Yeah, so that's good, Shayvon. I like that, and that's good to bring out to the other millennials, right? Because a lot of our again, I'm going to back up a little bit. One of the main reasons I wanted to bring you on here because other young people need to see what you've done and what you're doing. Because a lot of our young people are getting in trouble thinking that they can't evolve into something better than where they are, right? But you are a true witness that you can evolve from a down. You were down once, but now look at you now. You done built yourself up. Look at that. Now look at that. You done built yourself up and put yourself back on the field, and we need to let other people know that they can do the same thing. So that's good. Your very first thing is your values. Values are very important. You gotta have good values, and you gotta make sure that you keep those values. Not just say them, but actually keep them and work in them. You gotta walk in what you believe. Okay? Somebody want to go next?
Okay, so my questions evolve around love. So what does love mean to you, and how important is self-love, loving yourself?
You said how important is love in general, and how important is self-love?
Yes. Loving yourself.
I think love in general kind of goes back to, like I said, my values, like your relationship with someone. So I feel like there's different levels of love. So when you say you love someone, like that to me, that means something. Whether it doesn't have to exactly mean, I love you like you're my wife. Like you could be a friend and I still love you. In my opinion, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, like to me, love is like, that's go back to like your relationship with that person. Like how serious y'all taking that relationship. And self-love, yeah, like that's, love God first, but self-love comes number 2 to me, because it's like, yeah, like you gotta love yourself, because if not, you're gonna allow other people to bring you down, because you don't love yourself. So, yeah, I feel like you gotta love yourself first, not be cocky. I like being cocky, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you have to be, but you gotta love yourself, love your skin, love your body, love your mind, all of that. That's what I feel.
Now, do you think that love, like self-love, is it built over time, or does it, come automatically? You think it's something you need to work on, or get your confidence level up, or
I think it goes both ways, because I'll say I always loved myself, and I always had that like I'm that person, like I know who I am. But I feel like after this last experience, within the last couple of months, I really like officially say like I have self-love. Like it grew a lot more. So I do say like it can't happen over time, but some people are just it's just who they are. But mine definitely happened over time. It grew.
I like when you said I like when you pull it up like that. I like that self-love. Self-love is most definitely important. If you don't love yourself, then you'll sabotage yourself. Right. And
other things.
I try to get it
Yeah,
from
trying
other
to
people.
look at,
Yeah.
looking for it elsewhere. So,
Yeah, and but when you say you love yourself, then you'll do the best you can
To do what's best for yourself.
Do the best for yourself. Yeah, and that's what you've done. You've done the best for yourself. But if you had somebody, if you was waiting for somebody else to do it, you probably be still back there in that room. You have to want to do it for yourself. And I love that. I love that about you. So we talked a little bit about what you did, to get where you are now, and with your values, with your self-love. But tell me exactly what did you do?
So exactly what I did, at the time I was working a warehouse job, third shift, 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. So my schedule was get off work at 7 a.m., go home, eat breakfast, change clothes for about an hour, then go straight to Brandon at More Life Fitness and work out with him in the morning. And after that, my grandma made lunch. So I would go to my grandma's house, eat lunch.
Not this grandma, y'all.
She made me lunch, so I would eat lunch because I told her, I'm trying to get big, I'm trying to get right, and I can't just be eating anything. So I gave her like a kind of diet that I wanted to be on. So she cooked lunch for me, and I would go over there, chill for about maybe another 30 minutes. And from there, I went straight to Mountain Island Charter, my high school I graduated from, and I would work out with them during their summer practice. I would work out with them and come back home and get back ready for work, take a little nap, get back ready for work that night.
so I have a question. How did you stay encouraged in that process? Like, how did you keep yourself? Because a lot of times when you're not getting the call, you're not getting the response, how did you keep building yourself up? I see you say you were busy, you were doing things, but how did you?
I guess it goes back to, like that self, like I love, like I had that self-love, like I kept telling myself, hey, like, you're gonna go back to school, you're gonna play football, and I feel like when you keep telling yourself that, you're gonna walk that way. So I was walking in a way that was getting me to where I wanted to go. So I was never like off track. So when I was at work, I was thinking like I'm doing this so I can get to where I need to be. When I was like, it's like I'm tired, but I gotta go. Like I gotta go to this workout. 'Cause I know what I'm trying to do, and that's just what was keeping me there. So it wasn't really like I would be down, but if I got tired, if I just had a quick thought, like do I really want to go right now? It's like yes, you do want to go.
And the motivational comments
About your
about
Yeah, and I definitely have quotes on my wall. Keep me motivated, all of that.
Yeah. Now I love I love that. I love the motivational thoughts, motivational quotes, motivational things that you can just have, just branded in your head that will keep you moving towards where you would like to go. One of the quotes that you have on your wall is from what's his name, Denzel Washington. Do you know what it is?
Which one?
The one, I think it's something about knowledge. Is that the one?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember exactly what it is.
We're in a funny way. Because
Yeah.
I remember I actually got it. I was like,
The one, the one about the selfish thing, the most selfish thing you can do in the world.
It's knowledge. It's still what is it saying?
That was definitely the one I was talking about. It was like the most selfish thing you can do in this world is help someone else because of the feeling.
Yeah, that go along with your values and your knowledge and knowing, because if that's not when you do it, that's part of who you are. And that's part of your knowledge and knowing that is the most important thing, the most selfish thing that you can ever do is to always be, reach your hand out for someone else. So that's good. I like all of those quotes that you have on your wall. So you got another one?
it's not my list, but who has inspired you, or someone you can look up to? I guess during your process, who did you aspire to?
Definitely my grandpa. Definitely my grandpa. He's a pastor, grandfather, family man, and he hasn't even been home. He lives in Raleigh while the family's in Charlotte, his church still in Charlotte. And he stayed on his A game, he stayed on top of his schoolwork, he stayed on top of his church, all of that. And I feel like his work ethic was like a motivational for me. My grandpa's doing it, so I have no excuse. I have no excuse. So he was definitely a motivation for me.
I'm some applesauce. What else you got, Shantae? See, he got his stuff together. He's most definitely honest with these answers. He's bringing it, y'all.
I wasn't prepared for none of this.
What you got?
how do you about this generation now,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
like
say.
communication? Because I know a lot of times we didn't have like the cell phones, the text. And how do you feel like this era? How do you feel about the communication?
That's kind of a complicated question because on one end I want to say it's grown, but on the other end I want to say like it's went down a lot. So it's kind of, but I'll say that because as far as face-to-face communication, like us talking right now, I feel like that's went down a lot since before. But I also feel like with social media, communication as a whole has grown though. Because now I can really have a conversation with someone on the other side of the world, you know, that I don't I probably never met someone in person, but I can have a relationship with them. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I feel like that's like that's cool. Now for our generation, like we can do stuff like that. But at the same time, I feel like there's not a lot of people where, you know, my generation of people that actually want to talk to other people. You know what I mean?
Like face to face.
Yeah, like I feel like there's a lot of people that got, you know, like stink attitude. They're stuck like they don't want to say hey to people when they walk by. Like, how you doing? And like I'm the type of person like I don't even have to know you just to say like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
So it kind of go both ways in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. What was the net?
I was just going to say just to that. So what is someone who's not a millennial? How do we reach? What's the best way we can
Keep looking at my paper.
It's the best way for us to reach those type of people. Because I think now, especially with a lot going on, especially we're in Charlotte, and like our crime rate is going up. We're seeing where a lot of our young people. So I don't know if it's a gap between us and the millennials, but it's just how do you, what's the way you think we can reach it? You know, what's some ideas and thoughts around reaching?
Really, I would say just like giving out the information, because I feel like once you give out the information, there's not much that we could do as far as them making their decisions. You know, like I can't tell someone not to do something or what to do, but what I can do is say, hey, like we have an event at our church, you know, you want to come, or while I'm with them, tell them, hey, like, you know, you don't have to do that, like, or you can just talk to them while I am with them. And, yeah, like have events, you know, but that's not guaranteeing everybody's gonna come out. But I think like doing what you can. So having an event isn't a minus. You know, it's always better for those who do come. But as far as the ones who just, you know, who just stuck in it, they're just not coming out. I feel like that just goes back to whatever they hold value to. Go to that. So I feel like that's more of a question for them themselves. Like, what do they value? And once you find out what they value, then it's like, okay, like we gotta target that. Let them know, like, hey, that's not it. Or, you know, like give them the real information, not just the sugar coats. That's what I feel.
Yeah, and I like that. I like that because we do try to sugarcoat a lot of stuff, hide stuff, and we need to be more honest with our children, more transparent with them, and more vulnerable, and realize that vulnerability is not a weakness. I try to repeat this every time we come on, that it's more of a strength, because when you're vulnerable and you let people know what's going on, know what happened to you, then that'll strengthen you, because then somebody else going to say, well, you know, that happened to me, and then we can help each other. But as long as we keep stuff in and we just walk with it, our young people think that we think we're perfect, but we're not. And that's because we're walking around like nothing has never happened to us. But when we start opening our mouth and saying that, okay, you're doing this. I remember doing that myself. You know, let's have a conversation, you know, about this, instead of saying, what you do? You shouldn't have done that. You knew better than to do that and stuff. No. God, Shayvon, I did the same thing. You know, let's have a conversation about this and see if we can stop this, because a lot of times we consider those as like generational curses, where you keep doing things over and over and over again with your family. This generation did it, then boom, the next generation, and it just trickle on down to all of the generations. But if we be vulnerable and be honest, you know, with our youth, then they'll be more willing to talk to us, and it'll open the door.
And that's what I think it comes down to, because a lot of people don't even like. I met a lot of people like just since I've been growing up. That's what that, you know, like I can't tell my parents, or I gotta sneak out. Me, I was never like I go to my mom and say, Mom, I'm about to go to a party. Like, is that cool with you? She say, yeah. When you gonna be back? If the honest answer is I don't know, my answer is I can't tell you. Like I don't have a certain time. Like I just feel like that's really what it comes down to, just being able to talk and then say like, so what's going on?
That's
Stuff
right.
like that. But when the kids are scared to do that, then that just starts hiding in secrets, and that's what starts the whole problem.
Yeah, that's when the trouble starts. Yeah, and I like that, Shayvon. I hope the young people and the parents are listening to this.
Oh yeah, don't be scared to talk. Like with parents, that comes that don't whoop. You don't have to whoop them just to talk. You don't have to whoop them just to talk. Like that's what it like. Cause I mean that's what it like. I want to tell my mama, but if I tell her, I'm gonna get a whooping. Like just like, don't let them do that.
That is
Don't
in
let
so
them
many
do that.
people's heads, yeah.
But to the kids, don't expect not to be punished. Like it's a fair game. It's a fair game.
And it is. And not only being touched, but always that backlash, being fussed at. And so they're having a true conversation. And that's what young people are looking for now, true conversation. Things have changed. I think we said this a few lives back, is that the Word of God says that our young people are going to get more wiser in things. If people think that it was the Word of God, they're going to get wiser in the Word of God. But it's not. It's wiser to the worldly things. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Wiser in the worldly things. And so what we need to do, you know, is start letting, I try to get everybody in, but I'm sorry, y'all, but get to be able to, but they'll be wiser in the world, the worldly things. But we want our kids to be round, to be holistically, you know, taught, not only in what's going on in the world, but what's going on in the Word of God, what's going on in school, what's going on in their life. You know, they need to be taught all over, not just one thing that leads you to trouble, but in all things that they need to be schooled in, okay? So, Shayvon, with this world, with what's going on in the world today, because I know a lot of young people won't look at television, but look at certain things on television, right? And don't know a lot of things about politics, right? So, do you know anything about politics? What's going on in the world?
To be completely honest with you, I was the type, like, I never liked watching politics. I never liked the news, none of that, until sophomore year? I think it was my sophomore year. My history teacher, every class period, he would have us look at CNN student news. It's like a 10-minute just quick like what's going on in the world, like quick news. And I thought that was cool because I started like, when I'm learning, I told you how I feel about learning. So it's like I'm learning something a lot in a short amount of time, and it's actually like real, like it's what's happening right now. And we would talk about it. So it was like I got interested in that. So I started watching that, you know, every now and then. And then I just started watching the actual news, like maybe 3 weeks ago. Like I turned on the news and I turned on the news and I just let it play for hours. So yeah, and I went to vote for the first time.
Yes.
So I'm learning. Like I'm new. I'm not gonna say I know, but like I'm learning.
But let me ask you this: are you really interested in it?
That's the thing that makes me mad. I'm fully interested. It's just like I was just never doing it. That's what, like, it's weird, but I can't blame nobody but myself on that. But I was definitely interested. Like when I'm looking at it, and I'm listening, and I'm like, yo, that's crazy, or oh, that's interesting. I might be talking to myself while I'm watching the
So do you know anything that's going on? Do you know what's going on?
Not exactly.
Now, if you got with any of your friends, so that means that you and your friend, they don't even know what's going on.
And that's the thing, we may, but we don't talk about it. That's another crazy part. Like we may know about it. That's just something like we don't really speak on politics often. I don't know why. That's just not maybe it's not a conversation thing, like a topic that happens often.
So what you guys do, you just move on. Whatever's going on around you in the world, you don't let it bother you. You just move on.
I don't know if that's good, but that's
no, it really is. It really is, because then, but like us adults, I don't either, but with some us adults, we go into the politics and we let it somewhat rule us into the way like of what's going on in the world.
And I
like
think it's because
no, go ahead.
I think that's because maybe it's because, like, you know, growing up, but I think it's because y'all at the age where it's like y'all know that it means something. It's not just TV. It's not just something you're hearing. It's like it's affecting your household. You know it's affecting your family. You know it's affecting your check every week. Like you know it's affecting with me or us. It's like we just knowing it. You know, like at the end of the day, like I understand taxes, but to a certain extent, like I don't really know much about. So when they say something about taxes on the thing to y'all might be like, yo, that's crazy. Like what are you talking about? Me, I might just be like, oh yeah, that's crazy, but not really know the extent of how serious
right.
it really is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now, I'm trying to get everybody in. Want to make sure we speak to everybody. Hello, I see Dexter. Hey, what'd you say, Dexter? Dexter said something, I can't get it. Okay, what's up, family?
What's up, Mom?
Hey.
What's up, Mom?
Okay, so yeah, but I really wanted to ask that question because when even when I come into contact with the millennials and at work and things, those things just don't. It's just like boom. They don't even think about it. We're on a totally different level when it comes down to politics. You know, with our millennials, they don't even. It's like, oh yeah, really? Is that what's going on? Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna move on. It don't really, and some things they say and everything, but they not really know that it do affect them, because they'll say that don't affect me.
Right, and it does. That's what I meant. Like, so it just. I think it's. I don't want to say it's an age thing. I don't think it has nothing to do. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like even if I'm a youngin, I can still understand the extent of it if I'm exposed to it that early, or I'm informed. Like, like this is like I can see this is affecting your household. But to those that's like you've never looked at a bill before, you've never even opened mail, like stuff like that. Like, you would look at politics and just think it's like another show. That's not what it is. It's like you don't know what's going on.
You know what, Shayvon? Let me give you some pound on that. I'm gonna tell you something, because when I was coming up, I ain't know nothing about bills. I'm 56 years old now, and I didn't really know nothing about bills until I was like 26. When I was 26, that's when I opened a bill. That's when I really realized what a bill was. So I was used like from elementary to 26 to 26, and that was a millennium, huh? Okay, y'all have a video.
Questions like on social media, and you talked about that, how you get so used to it.
Okay. Okay, well, let me bring it into this. You talked about your values, and you talked about how you are a church child. You don't know nothing but church. Been in there ever since you was a woman. So, what is your opinion of the worship place? How do you form your worship within the?
That's crazy. We just talked about this. Really? Because I was
Tell me something about it.
I want y'all to hear this too. I want y'all to.
Okay, y'all. I want him to y'all listen to him.
I feel like this is different. Well, not me, but I don't know. I just want to know because this is my question to the world. So yeah. So you know how most people would say like praise and worship is you gotta sing, you gotta raise your hand, you gotta do stuff. And me, I feel like for years I was always the type that was like I would sit, even not just in church, but just in general. But I'm gonna talk about church. I'm the type to sit, and just listen to you. Like I'm actually listening to what you're saying and actually interpret it, apply it to myself and all that. But from an outsider, it may just like I'm just sitting there, just like not paying attention. But really, I'm listening. So as far as what I think about worship, I feel like my worship is more like I'm gonna take in what's being told to me or taught to me, and I may not scream and I may not shout, but like I'm gonna take it in and I'm gonna apply it to myself and my life, and also to someone else. Like when someone else says, I'm gonna say, well, you know what? I just heard about that in church this Sunday. I'm gonna do that. I feel like I don't want to be disrespectful, but I feel like to the ones that be yelling all that, to a certain extent, they're distracting themselves from what's actually being taught to them because they're more about. I need to scream, I need to make it known that I'm, all that. I feel like I just want to ask the world, is it okay to worship without doing all that? Can I just sit and take it in and like...
Qantas, you still out there, Qantas? I wish you were still out there. But you know what? I'm going to say, hey, Sarah, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to answer your question for you, Shayvon. Shayvon, you hit it on the nose, but everybody, I don't know, I asked if you was out there. Qantas, if you was out there, I hope you heard the question. I want you to respond on that. That Shayvon asks, is it necessary to raise your voice? Is it necessary to raise your hand in the worship place when you're in church? Or can it be all right for you just to sit there and absorb, what's being said and live it? And that's like practical theology, where you go in and you take the word what has been taught, and you just go out and live the word and spread the word to other people. Am I right? About right? Yeah. And you're not wrong either way. It's not wrong. Everybody worship in totally different ways. You don't have to raise your hand. You don't have to say nothing. But you're doing the most important part of the worship service, and that's applying it to your life and actually going out spreading it. Somebody, you're doing the Great Commission, part of the Great Commission, whereas you going out with taking what you've learned and spreading it out to the generations, to the people. And so they'll be able to do the same thing. That's what the Great Commission is. Making disciples and disciples making disciples. And boom, bam, bam. So that's what it's really about. It's not really about all of the hoopla. Is that how you say it?
God, like, God knows what's going on in my head.
He already knows. He already knows. So do you think most millennials think that way?
I think no, because of this though. 'Cause I feel like at most churches they expect me, like they're saying, why are you just sitting down? Like, why aren't you standing up? Why aren't you singing? Like, I'm not saying everybody's the way I am, but I feel like to the ones that are like me, that's like it's like a push off. Cause to them they're gonna say, like, oh, you can go to the party and party for the devil, but you can't come to church and raise your hand. But they don't know, like, even when I was going to party, I'm not the dancer, like, I'm not the, like, like, it was like, I'm the type of person to sit there, like, I'm just gonna take in the vibe. Like,
Right.
So when I come to church, it's like I'm doing the same thing.
You're doing the same thing you did out in the go.
That's who you are.
That's who you are.
It just doesn't look that way. So I feel like to some that's a push up, like they judging me because they think I'm not think I'm not listening. They think I don't care.
Right.
Just because I'm just sitting there.
Right. Well, I'm 100% agreement with you on that. That I think that people should be able to worship God the way they feel like worshiping God. Now, I'm not saying that eventually down the road you might raise your hand.
Oh, yeah,
Eventually down the road you might open your mouth and say something. But right now, your worship of God is to take in everything that's been said and apply it to your life. And not only apply it to your life again, but spread out to somebody else when the question is being asked. Or if you want to just spread on, I learned this today, we had service today and this is what happened today in service, and boom, you spreading what happened today. But not that you have to do that, And a lot of times in service, we got to understand that people can put on a show. We can put on a pretty good show. And
not know what happened at church at all.
Don't know what happened at church.
I'm not gonna say it make me better, but it's like why are you asking me to do that if there's some people doing that's not even like tell them the name of your sermon today. They don't even know the topic.
They don't even know.
So it's like I feel like I don't know how that works. It's just like that's just me.
And I think that everybody again, hey Ralph, how you doing? I think again, everybody worship in totally different ways. One day, Shayvon, you might come up in the church and one of those pastors be preaching, and it might just like, bam, it hit you. You're just gonna go up.
That's what I was talking.
Yeah,
That's what I was talking
spirit
about.
led.
Spirit.
Yeah.
I was talking to him about the spirit.
Yeah, it only happened through spirit and in truth, and that's the, and when it happened to you, it just happened, and you just boom. I used to be like that. It didn't say nothing. But when you've gone through something, but you ain't really gone through nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when you really go through something and you really want to raise your hand, it's gonna happen.
People coming in screaming like you don't know what kind of weekend.
You don't know.
I respect that.
I was about to commit suicide. I made it here, so it's like you don't know.
Yeah.
So sometimes there's a lot behind that screen. We don't know everybody's story.
Right.
When they come in, it's a lot of broken people that come in here.
But then it's a lot of people though. Oh no, it's not.
No,
It's not required. It's not required.
It's not
But
required.
then you got to realize a lot of people real, and a lot of people perpetrate.
Right.
And let God separate the wheat and let God do those separations, and you worship the way you worship. So that's fine. That's a good thing. To listen. I like listening, because then sometimes people might be saying stuff that they shouldn't be saying. So it's good to listen, because everybody don't preach the right thing.
And I kept talking about that too. I be catching people with that too.
Yeah.
Like that, right? Like stuff like that.
And you have to make sure that, because I know sometimes I be going to places and they be saying stuff, and I be saying, I be going through my Bibles that I already, that's not in the Bible. So it's good to listen. It's all right to say stuff too, but it's good to make sure that your ears are open to hear what's being said, or you'll be led astray. So you need to listen. Shayvon, I do have one more thing that I want to ask you. What are you doing? What are you doing
Right now.
What are you doing with your life?
As of right now, I'm working 2 part-time jobs at Dollar Tree and Jimmy Jazz in North Lake Mall. I'm training, of course, I'm playing football. I just registered for all my classes today, right before I came here.
Woo!
And yeah, that's it. I'm preparing to leave. That's
Okay. So how you feeling?
I'm excited. I'm excited.
I'm excited. I'm really excited for you.
I'm excited.
I'm excited for you, Shayvon. And I am truly, when I say that I am proud of you, I am so proud of you that you endured the struggle. Because you have come a mighty long way from where you was with your little toe, you know, with your toe, and I'm just, with your toe, and that was something, coming through there, because you had to learn how to, again, walk again, and start working it. You work your toe now. You had to learn how to work that toe again, and start, and then you had to start, like, really working, like, and running and stuff. And like I say, I looked at your video. I'm gonna put it out on Spirit Love, the video that you were doing, your training and stuff, so they can see what you actually did to get where you are, right now. Can we get a flex up in here?
Oh, this is
Look at that.
It's good.
Yeah, he really worked a lot, and again, we're really proud of you. We're gonna root for you. Your grandpa is a bear, but I'm a knight. I'm a knight. I'm a knight twice, okay? But when I come there, I'm gonna be wearing what are you? Blue. Blue Broncos.
Broncos.
Okay, I'm gonna be in the blue Broncos when I come. So again, congratulations, and we thank you so very much for coming out on live and spreading out to our millennials out there how you got where you are and what you're doing to continue to strive to your fullness where you are, and for us to be hollering your name on the football field. Get out, go! So again, thank you so very much. Do you have any last remarks that you'd like to make?
Shout out to God. He always gets the first shout out. And thank you to everybody that watched. Thank you all y'all for having me. Give me a chance to say what I gotta say. To get myself out there so y'all can know who I am. Once again, Shayvon Gilliam. Y'all can add me on Facebook. I'm about to get back on here. It's been a while. You can add me on Instagram, Twitter at ShayG11_. And you're going to hear about me soon. I'm about to make a lot of noise. You're going to hear about me.
Tell us what that 11 means to you.
It's my favorite number ever because my birthday is November 11th. 11. And it just started, and it's like, it's just coincidental from there. But that's where it all started. That's the origin. And it just worked its way up from there.
And it's all on your...
Everything. Football jerseys, 11. Passwords, 11. Everything.
You're the best, Shayvon. Again, Shayvon, thank you so very much for coming out, and each and every one that came out tonight. Thank you so much. Share. Follow. Know that you're going to hear about this young man again on the football field at Fayetteville State. I don't know what's the sign. I don't know what the sign is, but I'm going to learn it. I'm going to learn whatever that sign is, because I'm going to be up there. My husband might be on the side of the Bears, but I'm going to be on the side of the Broncos, okay? But again, thank you guys so very much for coming out on our live. Again, I'm just keep repeating this. Share. Follow Spirit Love. Follow Shayvon Gilliam, okay? Follow him because he's going to be something big out there, and you're going to want to know him now, okay? Instead of trying to want to know him when he get fumed, okay? But thank you so very much. We love you guys so much. Love you so much, and there's nothing you can do about it but love us back. My name is Diane.
I'm Skylar.
Shayvon.
And again, thank you so very much. Again, good night. Don't forget about our conference, August 15th, 16th, and 17th. Come out and support us. This is our very first one, and we pray that y'all will come out and just be with us. Our number's 300. Get 300. Spread this. Spread it. All right. Good night. Love you guys.